Greetings, this is Charles McCaul with Mentoring Growing Leaders, and this is part 2 of lesson number 2 in Relationships 101. Small booklet by John Maxwell. It has 8 short chapters, and I'm going to be doing videos on each one of those chapters. This is video number 2, but this is part 2, and continuing on with what do I need to know about others. And we're going to be looking at 5 things everyone needs to understand about people. If you want to be successful in life, and if you want to be successful in relationships, it's important that you understand, it's helpful and important that you understand certain things about people. Knowing what people need and want is a key to understanding them. Be a student of people. And I have another lesson on this YouTube channel, and it's under the playlist Leadership 101, and it's one of the last lessons, and it talks about developing skills with people. And so I really recommend that you view that lesson as well. So knowing what people need and knowing what they want is a key to understanding them. 5 things to understand about people. Number 1, everybody wants to be somebody important. Everybody wants to be somebody important. From the highest level executive to the lowest level person working on the street, the wealthiest person to the poorest person. Everybody wants to be somebody important. We want to be recognized as somebody special and important. The person that is obnoxious to you, the person that irritates you, they want to be recognized as someone that's important. John Maxwell tells the story in his book about wanting to be a basketball player. He went to a basketball game one time, and all of the starters of the team were called out one by one. The light was shown on them. They announced their name. And John Maxwell said, "These people are important. I want to be like that." And so throughout his grade school years, his junior high years, he finally made it to the basketball team, and he finally was called out onto the basketball court like the others. And it felt so good to feel that you're important, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel good if someone thinks that you're an important person, you're a valued person? Doesn't it make you feel that way? Well, everybody wants to feel that way. And that would be everybody in your sphere of influence. Think about your students, your teachers, the people that work at the restaurant, the people who work on your vehicle, your family members, your neighbors. As I said, the people that are irritating to you, the people that annoy you, they all want to feel that they're important. We should always be looking for something in other people that we can affirm and praise them for to make them feel as special as they really are. Every person is important, by the way. I hope that you believe that. Every person is important. Every person has value. And so one thing that we can do to have a better relationship with people is look for things in their life that make them special, that make them unique as they really are. Number 2, second thing we need to understand, nobody cares. This is another thing, a statement, a sentence that John Maxwell says all the time: nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. They don't care how much you know. They don't care how important you are, what a great man or woman you are, great influencer. They don't care about that unless you come across to them that you care about others, and especially that you care about them. Don't try to persuade people or change them or bring them over to your side until they know for sure that you care for them as a person. You know, I've got a lot of faults in my life, my career, my work, my relationships. I'm really not very relational in many ways, and I have a lot of faults. But you know what? I do love people. Sometimes people annoy me, they irritate me. Sometimes I don't want to be near them, but I love people. And I believe that every person has value. And I really try to make an effort to find something in their life to make them feel that they have value, that they're important, and to make them feel that I care for them. It may be something small. John Maxwell says in his book, your greatest times and your fondest memories, or your happiest memories, will come because of people. But also your most difficult times, your most painful times, your most tragic times will also be because of people. People can be the best thing that happened in your life, and people can be the worst thing that happened in your life. John Maxwell says that people are your greatest resource. If you're a leader, or if you want to become a leader, you have to understand this. People are your greatest resource. You must invest with the people around you. You must make them feel that they're important, and because they are your resource. If the seller does not have the buyer, he has nothing. If the manufacturer does not have the person that buys the product, he has nothing. If the leader does not have the followers, he has nothing. And so people are your greatest resource. Try to understand them and try to make them feel special and try to make them feel that you care about them. The challenge is to keep caring about them no matter what. Even when they fail you, even when they make a mistake, even when they do wrong, they do bad, keep caring about them. John Maxwell also has in his book what he calls the paradoxical commandments of leadership. A paradox is something that doesn't make sense. It doesn't seem to be right, but it's true. It's a paradox. Difficult to explain, but it is true. So he calls these the paradoxical commandments of leadership. It means that this is true, it seems crazy, but you need to do it anyway. Let me read a few of them to you. If you're good, people will accuse you of being evil and having selfish motives. But be good anyway. If you're successful, you will bring false friends and true enemies. False friends and true enemies will be drawn to you if you're successful. But be successful anyway. If you're good today, people will probably forget it tomorrow. But do good anyway. A big man with big ideas or a big woman with big ideas can be brought down by a small person with small ideas. But think big anyway. People really need help, but they may attack you when you try to help them. Help them anyway. You may spend years building something great, and someone may tear it down in one night, but build something great anyway. If you give the world the best that you have, you may get kicked in the teeth. But give the world the best that you have anyway. 5 things we need to understand about people. Number 3, everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs friendship. Everybody needs encouragement. Everybody needs help, even if they don't show it. Many people, they don't show that they need help. They don't show on the outside that they need encouragement or friendship. But this is a truth about human nature. You know they need it. They need encouragement, they need friendship, they need help. You be the one that becomes their friend. You be the one that encourages them. You be the one that helps them, even if they don't show it. What people can accomplish by themselves cannot be compared with what we can accomplish together. Everybody needs someone. So even a loner like me, I need people. You can't do everything by yourself. You can achieve a measure of success, but you can achieve a lot more success if you do it together with others. Everybody needs someone to come alongside and help them. In the Bible, the Christian Bible, in the book of Ecclesiastes, it says 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their work. If one falls down, his friend can help him up. But pity the person who falls down and has no one to help him up. 2 are better than 1. The 4th thing that we need to understand about people. Everybody can be somebody special when someone understands them and believes in them. We'll talk about that more in our next lesson about the importance of believing in people. But everybody Everybody, even the most hopeless, even the most lazy, even the most irritable, they can become someone special if they have someone who tries to understand them and someone who believes in them. Look for and speak positive things into the lives of the people around you. Those that are in your world that you relate to, look for positive things and speak positive things to them. Make people feel good. Become the kind of person that when you come into the room, they're happy to see you because you speak life, because you're the encourager, because you believe in them. Give people a chance to try. Give them a try. Maybe they're going to fail, maybe they're not going to do it as good as you can or as good as you like, but give people a chance to try. Everyone you meet has the potential to become a success in life, and so believe in them. You'll see some underlying truths as we're talking about things we need to understand about people. That is, every person is valuable, every person has potential, every person needs somebody to believe in them. You be the kind of person that sees that in other people, and you will be successful. You make them successful, you will be successful. You make them feel good, they will make you feel good. Number 5, anyone who helps someone else actually influences a lot of people. You're not just helping one person, but because you help that one person and it changes their life, they're going to help many more. And so many are going to be helped by you. Look for and speak positive things into the lives of those around you. What you give to another person in words, in time, in finances, and development will be passed on to many others. What you give to the other person in your words, what you give in your finances, what you give in your time, what you give in developing their capacity, they will pass that on to others, and you'll get the reward. The nature of leadership is multiplication. You don't just do it to one, you do it to many, and they continue to do it to others, and what the seed that you have sown will be multiplied. Conclusion. The ability to understand people is a choice. We can choose to ignore people, we can choose not to listen to them, we can choose not to pay attention to them, or we can choose to try to understand them. You can learn to pay attention to people and give them hope. And this is the key, by the way. Relationships, pay attention to people. Pay attention to them. Ask them questions. Find out what their dream is. Give them value. I want to ask you, do you believe in people? Do you believe that every person has value? Do you believe that every person has potential? Do you tend to focus on yourself and not focus so much on other people? Do you expect people to pay attention to you, but you don't pay attention to them? Do you expect people to listen to you, but you don't listen to them? What can you do this week to bring life to others? That's my question to you. What can you do this week to bring life to others, to encourage them and try to understand them? Encourage you might want to listen to this important video again, part 1 and part 2. You might want to look at the notes again. All of the notes are in one PowerPoint presentation, not 2 PowerPoint presentations. And again, if you like this, I'd like for you to subscribe to the channel, click the like button, click the bell button so that you know the next time I upload a video. And if it's been beneficial to you, share it with someone else as well. Thank you for listening.